When the sky itself begins to scream, and the winds carry the echo of ancient wings, humanity realizes it is no longer the dominant force on Earth. From the very first moment audiences witness Rodan rise from fire and stone, there is an overwhelming sense of primal terror fused with awe. Unlike many other titans in the Monsterverse, Rodan is not merely a creature of destruction, he is a living embodiment of the sky's fury, a god of wind, fire, and speed whose presence reshapes the atmosphere itself. His emergence is not quiet, not gradual, but violently explosive, as if the Earth is rejecting its own containment of such a being. For fans of the Monsterverse, Rodan represents a fascinating intersection between natural disaster and mythological deity, a kaiju whose identity is as much about elemental chaos as it is about loyalty and survival. The birth of a fire demon. Rodan's introduction in Godzilla, King of the Monsters, is nothing short of cinematic brilliance. He emerges from a volcano in Mexico, specifically Isla de Mara, like a demon reborn from the Earth's molten core. This origin is deeply symbolic. Unlike titans tied to oceans or ancient ecosystems, Rodan is literally forged in fire. His body is adapted to extreme heat, his wings capable of generating shockwaves that mimic volcanic eruptions, and his very existence tied to tectonic instability. This volcanic birth situates Rodan as a creature of upheaval. He is not just awakened, he erupts. The distinction matters. Many titans in the Monsterverse are rediscovered or reawakened, but Rodan's arrival feels catastrophic, sudden, and unstoppable. It reinforces the idea that he is less a creature and more an event. The visual storytelling enhances this identity. As Rodan breaks free, lava flows around him like a cloak, and the sky darkens with ash. Fighter jets sent to intercept him are not merely attacked, they are obliterated by the hurricane force winds generated by his wings. This moment establishes Rodan's defining trait, speed and aerial dominance. Unlike grounded titans such as Godzilla or King Ghidorah, Rodan owns the skies completely. The king of the skies, power and physiology. Rodan's design in the Monsterverse is both ancient and terrifyingly efficient. His wingspan stretches across vast distances, capable of creating supersonic shockwaves. When he flies, cities crumble not because he attacks them directly, but because the mere force of his movement tears structures apart. Buildings collapse, landscapes flatten, and the air itself becomes a weapon. His body resembles a fusion of a pterosaur and a volcanic demon. Jagged, magma-like textures run across his wings, glowing faintly as if heat pulses beneath the surface. This aesthetic choice reinforces his identity as a creature of fire and destruction, but also suggests something deeper. Rodan is not separate from nature, he is nature in its most violent form. One of Rodan's most fascinating abilities is his aerial shockwave generation. Unlike traditional kaiju who rely on physical strength or energy beams, Rodan weaponizes physics. His speed translates into destructive force. This makes him uniquely dangerous, especially in a world where humanity relies heavily on infrastructure. Rodan doesn't need to target cities, his flight alone ensures their destruction. Moreover, Rodan's durability is immense. He survives direct combat with King Ghidorah, a being often portrayed as near invincible. While Rodan ultimately submits, the fact that he can engage Ghidorah at all speaks volumes about his resilience. His body withstands extreme heat, pressure, and impact, making him one of the most physically robust titans in the Monsterverse. Rodan's role in the Titan hierarchy. Perhaps the most intriguing aspect of Rodan is not his power, but his position within the Titan hierarchy. Unlike Godzilla, who is often depicted as a natural alpha, Rodan is something else entirely: a survivor, a pragmatist, and at times, a subordinate. When King Ghidorah awakens and asserts dominance, Rodan submits. This moment has sparked extensive debate among fans. Is Rodan weak? Is he cowardly? Or is he simply intelligent enough to recognize a superior force? The answer lies in understanding Rodan's nature. He is not driven by a sense of justice or balance like Godzilla. Instead, he operates on instinct and survival. In a world where Titans battle for dominance, aligning with the strongest entity is a logical choice. Rodan's submission is not weakness, it is adaptation. This trait makes Rodan uniquely dynamic. He is not bound by rigid morality or purpose. He can serve, rebel, or simply exist, depending on the circumstances. This unpredictability adds depth to his character, making him more than just a destructive force. The battle in the sky, Rodan vs. Mothra. One of the most visually stunning sequences in Godzilla, King of the Monsters, is Rodan's battle with Mothra. This confrontation is more than just a fight, it is a clash of ideologies, aesthetics, and elemental forces. Rodan represents chaos, fire, and aggression. Mothra, on the other hand, embodies grace, light, and balance. Their battle takes place in the sky, emphasizing Rodan's domain, yet Mothra holds her own with agility and precision. What makes this fight compelling is its contrast. Rodan's attacks are brute force, relying on speed and impact. Mothra's are calculated, using her stinger and bioluminescent abilities strategically. When Mothra ultimately defeats Rodan, impaling him is a shocking moment. Not because Rodan is weak, but because it reveals that raw power is not always enough. This defeat further humanizes Rodan in a way. He is not invincible. He can be outmaneuvered, outmatched, and even humbled. Yet he survives, and survival, once again, defines him. Symbolism: Rodan as a natural disaster. Rodan is often interpreted as a metaphor for natural disasters, particularly volcanic eruptions and hurricanes. His emergence from a volcano directly ties him to geological instability, while his flight patterns resemble the destructive paths of storms. In this sense, Rodan is not evil, he is indifferent. Like a hurricane or an earthquake, he does not choose to destroy, he simply exists, and destruction follows. This aligns with the broader themes of the Monsterverse, where Titans are portrayed as forces of nature rather than villains. However, Rodan differs from other Titans in one key way. He is active, not passive. A hurricane does not choose its path, but Rodan does. He hunts, he fights, and he aligns himself with dominant forces. This blend of natural disaster and conscious entity makes him particularly compelling. Rodan's legacy in kaiju cinema. Rodan is not a new creation. He first appeared in 1956, making him one of the earliest kaiju in cinematic history. His inclusion in the Monsterverse is both a tribute and a reinvention. The modern Rodan retains the core elements of the original flight, speed, and destructive power, but amplifies them to fit contemporary storytelling. In the Monsterverse, Rodan is not the main antagonist or protagonist. Instead, he occupies a supporting yet crucial role. He enriches the world, adding complexity and scale. His presence reminds audiences that the Titan ecosystem is vast and interconnected. For longtime fans, Rodan's return is nostalgic. For new audiences, he is a revelation, a kaiju who stands out not because he leads, but because he adapts. The psychology of a Titan. One of the most overlooked aspects of Rodan is his implied psychology. While he does not speak or express emotions in human terms, his actions suggest a level of awareness and decision-making. Rodan's submission to Ghidorah, his engagement with Mothra, and his eventual bow to Godzilla all indicate that he understands hierarchy. He recognizes power and responds accordingly. This behavior mirrors that of apex predators in the natural world, who often avoid unnecessary conflict with stronger rivals. This psychological layer adds depth to Rodan. He is not mindless, he is strategic. And in a world of giants, strategy can be just as important as strength. Rodan and humanity. From a human perspective, Rodan is terrifying. He cannot be reasoned with, controlled, or predicted. Military forces are ineffective against him, as demonstrated by the destruction of fighter jets during his awakening. Yet there is a strange beauty in his existence. Watching Rodan fly is witnessing something ancient and powerful, something beyond human comprehension. This duality terror is central to the appeal of kaiju films. Rodan forces humanity to confront its limitations. He is a reminder that despite technological advancement, there are forces in the universe that cannot be dominated. Conclusion: the eternal storm. Rodan is not the king, he is not the savior. He is not even the ultimate destroyer. What he is, however, may be even more compelling. He is the storm that follows power. In the ever-expanding Monsterverse, where titans clash for dominance and humanity struggles to survive, Rodan remains a constant force of chaos and adaptation. He does not seek to rule, but he will always find his place in the hierarchy of destruction. His wings will always darken the sky, his flight will always bring devastation, and his presence will always remind us that some forces of nature are meant not to be understood, but simply endured. For fans of the Monsterverse, Rodan is more than a secondary titan. He is a symbol of raw and tamed power, a living hurricane born of fire, forever soaring between allegiance and independence, destruction and survival.